see if it worked. Looks like it did. Sweet. Nope. That's better. Ah. All right, we are T-minus 7 minutes until this direct begins. Hopefully, you have a couple of people who show up around that time. One viewer. Yep. Well, in case anyone is wondering, Weston is not available at this time, but you should be able to join in with some live tweets. See what he has to say in comparison to me when we can't really soundboard off of each other. But with about 5 minutes to go, why don't we do some predictions of what this Nintendo Direct is going to be, and have some disclaimers. First, if you listen to our podcast, you probably know that neither of us have super high opinions of Nintendo as a company. And I stand by that. But their games do tend to be pretty excellent, so still going to be excited for any Direct, any announcement, because while they're very disappointing as a company in a lot of ways, they do have a lot of very good products. So it's exciting to see what they're going to come out with. Now, as for what I think is actually going to be in this Direct, I mean, we know that they are going to talk about Super Smash Bros. And then focus on games coming out in the first half of 2021. To my knowledge, there really isn't anything announced coming out yet. At least no big titles. Whoops. 21. I mean, we've got a couple of stuff this week, or this month, that's coming out. We got Bravely Default 2, which I think is a little bit funny because there's already Bravely Second. I don't know why they just went with Bravely Default 2, but whatever. There's the new Pokemon Snap coming out end of April, presumably. But that's about it. At least so, as far as I can tell. So I doubt they're going to spend 50 minutes talking about Super Smash Bros., Bravely Default, and Pokemon Snap. They could spend a good amount of time on that, but there's also some other stuff coming down that we can expect to get some news about. Obviously, some big ticket items are Breath of the Wild 2. You've got the new Metroid Prime 4. You've also got, what's it called? Bayonetta 3. Big things that a lot of people are excited for. Can't say I would expect all of those things to be in there. In fact, the only one that I would bet is going to have some news on is Breath of the Wild 2, but I guess we'll find out. I would love to see some Breath of the Wild 2 footage, some kind of additional information about it, because so far we had, several years ago, a little bit of news on it, that opening trailer, and nothing since. And Breath of the Wild, while it has lots of flaws, is a fantastic game. Super excited for that sequel, and and I'm sure many other people are starving for information on that. So hopefully something comes down there. I'm also personally hoping for some information on Metroid Prime 4. Really like the Metroid games. Don't really have my hopes high for that one. Metroid is unfortunately more of a niche kind of game, and with the details about the game kind of being reset and them having to start, not necessarily from scratch, but start over at least, it could be yet some time more that we have to wait for some substantial news. Could happen, but not holding my breath for it. Another thing that I'd really like to see is some news about Star Fox. It's one of my favorite Nintendo franchises, and it usually doesn't get a lot of time in the limelight, especially considering the last game that came out, Star Fox Zero, did not do super well, and for good reasons. The controls in that game are not great. The game itself isn't terrible. It's not fantastic. It feels very much a rehashing of the Star Fox 64, which itself was essentially a recreation of the original Star Fox on the NES or SNES. So, not any grand delusions that there's going to be a lot of news about that, but I would love to hear about a new project coming down, even if it's years away. Though, with them saying that their focus is on recent history, I guess we'll find out what we're going to see. Yep, release dates are subject to change. That's always true. But now they like to put a disclaimer. Let's see what the next Smash character's gonna be. Let's see if it's exciting. Exciting as Sephiroth. I doubt it'll be that exciting, but you never know. Like Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Fantastic game. Already has one set of DLC. Perhaps this is additional DLC, or... oh, might be. I've yet to play any of the Xenoblade games. I need to fix that eventually. I'm a big fan of the Xenoblade, or Xeno franchise, Xenogears, Xenosaga. So I have all these games, just haven't played them yet. With the remaster for Xenoblade Chronicles 1, I got that for Switch and I'm excited to play it, but with how large the games are, it takes a little bit to actually get into them. Now you gotta be prepped for that introduction to a 100-hour game. Voice acting in these games is surprisingly British. Like maybe that's just surprising to me because I'm an American, but it seems odd just how deep their accents are in this game. Oh, there we go. Not DLC, she's the new Smash character. That's interesting. Why would he be in Smash? Be like an Echo Fighter of that other guy from Xenoblade that I don't remember his name. Although I'm sure there's going to be a lot of people that are disappointed with this because it's yet another anime sword fighter. But I think it's cool. I mean, Smash is just a fun game. A lot of cool stuff in it. Honestly, any new character is pretty cool. Little disappointing that it's not, some indie person like Hollow Knight or whatever. But this isn't terrible. Are you getting 2 characters? Or perhaps a transforming character? What up, Jennifer Prime? So is this a dual reveal? Is she an Echo Fighter? Is this a transformation? It looks like it might be just a different skin or a Echo Fighter. They'll probably stay by the end. You know, with Mithra and Pyra, I was actually going to be getting some statues of them imported from Japan, but my orders got canceled, so that's not happening anymore. It's a little disappointing. Oh, yep, looks like they transform. Yep. So single fighter, 2 characters. One seems to have flame, and the other does not have flame. That's interesting. Pretty sure that thing's supposed to be a lot bigger in the game, but not having played it yet, I don't actually know. Oh, so he is in Smash, just only during her ultimate smash. Oh, and she gets 2 ultimate smashes, depending on what version of her you're using. Shulk, that's his name. Well, that's pretty cool. I might eventually pick up the second set of DLC characters, but I just haven't played Smash in so long that I'm not sure it's worth it. See, this is when people should get hyped, because it's like, oh, what's going to come out next? You know, that's the Super Smash Brothers stuff. What's going to be next? What's going to be next? I like because last year everything got screwed up. Gosh. Feel like that's pretty obvious. Like, yeah. That's nice. All right, here we go. Fall Guys coming to Switch. Seems inevitable. But I guess that's pretty exciting news for a lot of people. Can't say that I really enjoy Fall Guys all that much. I played it a couple of hours when it first came out, and it's not a bad game. I'm just not huge into multiplayer stuff, especially with people I don't know. So I can't say that this is all that exciting for me, especially since I already have it on PlayStation 4, so I'm not going to be switching to Switch for it. Oh, it's going to take a while. But, hey, coming for people who like that. Outer Wilds, this is a good game. Pretty cool that it's coming to Switch. But again, I already have this on PlayStation 4, so I'm not getting it again. This game's really cool because it doesn't actually tell you all this stuff. You actually just remember how to solve puzzles and whatever, and then you can do them again more quickly the next time. Also, technically, the solar system isn't in a time loop. The player character is, but whatever. Oh, that's exciting. Always good to see localized things. It's also nice that these VNs actually have like moving pictures. A lot of visual novels don't have much movement, so they can be kind of boring unless you're really invested in the story. It usually takes a while for it to actually like get going. You get stabbed in the face. Personally, I'm a pretty big fan of visual novels, but generally I like them on PC. It's just easier to go through them. Mouse and keyboard is kind of set up for visual novels. Aw, games sold separately. Feels like they could have done a combo pack for those, but whatever. Gotta love those watercolor splotches. Classic Japanese map opening. Nobunaga Oda. Akechi. Maybe this is another Muso game? Oh, nope. Samurai Warriors 5 fighting game. I also don't really get into fighting games. You have to play them a lot to get good at them. And I don't like playing games that I'm really bad at, so... Just can't invest the time in getting good at them because I don't like playing with other people, so... Oh. It is a Muso game. Can't say I've ever gotten into that franchise. Didn't even know what it was. Ooh. Legend of Mana. It's weird they didn't remaster the player sprites. Just the backgrounds. And it looks like it was machine learning up-res. Just has that kind of fuzzy look. It's a good character art portrait, though. This is one of the best Legend of Mana Mana games, so it's pretty cool. Oh, it's pretty cool. The music in this game is boss. It always seems weird to me that newer games are like, oh, you want to play the game, but you don't want to actually play it? Here you go, you can do that. Like, I guess the story is good. Some people don't want to have to play the game to get to it, but kind of defeats the purpose of playing a video game, doesn't it? Looks like more Monster Hunter. Another franchise that's super cool that I haven't really gotten into. I've got it. I've got Monster Hunter World, but haven't really played much of it yet. I tried playing an older one on the PSP, and it was really interesting, and the visual style is super cool, but it's kind of hard to get into because there's a lot of information that you have to kind of figure out to play the game effectively. Polygalaxis, you missed so much. My commentary has been on point this entire time. I'm just kidding. It's live reaction video. What are you going to do? Just try to make things interesting while you're watching something. Twins. I think this is the new Monster Hunter game, Monster Hunter Rise, maybe. Except they haven't shown the dog yet, so maybe the other one, which I forget what it's called. A tower defense Monster Hunter game. Interesting. Kind of seems like the people in this village should not have built their village in the center of the valley. Right? Like, build a bridge over the top. Then all these things can just go in between the middle and no big deal. But maybe they'll have, like, a reason to why it wasn't really stupid to build your city in the middle of that. Oh, it is Rise. Huh. I thought the dog thingy that you can get a plush if you pre-order it for like $150, which cool for people who really like that. But I kind of thought that that dog was going to be a big deal. Oh, recent release date. That's nice. And a special edition Switch. Ooh. And a special edition controller. I love how they reiterate what we just watched. What you just watched was what you just watched. Yes. Will do. Another golf game, huh? Interesting. Can't say this is something I'm super excited about. Golf is a good game. I don't know if you guys have ever played it. I have. It's actually pretty fun. Really hard. But I've never been big into playing video games about golf. That right there is actually what caddies are usually for. Caddies, like, get a lot of flack if you don't know about golf, but they're the ones who, like, make sure that they know everything about the course so that the golfer can just analyze what they need to do to match the conditions. Golf with cheating. That's weird. Uh, uh, this game is really weird. Also, Mii's are kind of gone on the Switch, so I wonder if they're gonna, like, add that to the game itself or to the Switch, or if they're just gonna be like generic Mii's that you select from. I would bet that it's a character creator inside the game. That's weird. Weird. There might be a lot of people that are really into this, but it just seems really odd. No release date. Yes, let's. Make me. Wow. This is actually a really good game. But it's weird that it's coming so much later. This is like a PlayStation 3 game. It is one of the better. Uh, oh man, what are they? Who are the people who did that? I forget what it was, but I mean, it's a pretty good game. Not a fan of that idea. Capcom needs to just make it $60. You get the entire thing. Oh my gosh. Stubbs the Zombie. I've seen a speedrun of this game. It does not look particularly good. It looks hilarious, but not necessarily a good game. That's so weird that this is coming to Switch. That's such a weird game. Oh, is this going to be No More Heroes 3? No More Heroes 3. Oh man, what is the visual effects on this game? Suda51. Such a weirdo. I wonder if they're going to have motion controls for this. Like for the swinging and stuff like they did in the original Wii. Akira slide. Ooh, August. That's not exactly the first half of 2021, but, you know, whatever. We'll let it slide. It's exciting news. Neon White. Whoa, it's weird. This first-person shooter? I mean, I guess it looks like it is, but I don't know, that specific way that this looks is kind of weird. Looks to me like it's going to be a roguelite game. With some visual novel aspects to it. This definitely seems like an indie title that's coming to Switch. Looks like it could be really good. It's very interesting. I wonder if you can select a character or if you just are stuck with one and the rest is a cast. Technically, we're in winter 2021, but I think they're talking about the end of the year. Oh, buddy. Can't say I love the art style of this. Pretty sure it's based on a TV show. Can't say I'm excited about this. Is that Harley Quinn? Hanging out with Batgirl? It's weird. Sweet justice. Oh, this could be good for kids and stuff. I don't really see any depth to it, so not sure if it'd be good for people who are looking for a little bit more, but I don't know. I won't judge it until it comes out. Just doesn't look all that great to me. Scanning. Plants vs. Zombies 3? I know that there was this team-based combat before, so it's got to be either the next... Oh, Battle Complete Edition. There you go. So it's re-release with everything, whatever that is. Can't say I'm a huge fan of team-based shooters either. Again, because you need people to play with, and it's just not something I tend to do. But Plants vs. Zombies is a pretty nice franchise. I mean, it's pretty harmless. It's kind of like a... oh man, what is it called? It's that Overwatch. It's like Overwatch, but kids can really get into it and not have to worry about the devastating backstories of all the characters. Like, why is that chick purple? Well, why is that plant purple? 'Cause it's plant. Looks like more Mii's. Miitopia. I guess they're bringing Mii's back. Yet another game that I'm not really excited for because I don't get into social aspects of games, but I think that a lot of people are going to be excited about this. I think Miitopia, Mii's in general, were big deal in the previous generations. Quality time. It's a horse. Oh my gosh. This is so weird. Like, it's not weird that you can have a horse, but it's weird that they make it, like, such a big deal that you can have a horse. What's that? It's a horse. Animal Crossing is a Nintendo IP, so it's weird that this wasn't in there to begin with. I bet Weston is at least more excited for this than I am, because I can't stand leisure games like this. There's nothing to keep me entertained. There's plenty to keep lots of people entertained. People love these kinds of games, but I couldn't care less. It's a free update, but you still have to buy them. Make me. We hope you continue enjoying life on your island. Which we will be playing this Saturday. Co-op style. Yeah. What's it gonna be this time? It's scales. Oh, sounds like it might be near? No. Maybe... looks like something to do with, God, that 8 game. 8 Path... Octopath Traveler. That's what it's called. Has a similar art style. HD 2D series. Yeah, it looks exactly the same. It's got to be made by the same people, perhaps in the same kind of world. So it looks like it's going to be a tile-based tactics game. Kind of like Final Fantasy Tactics and stuff. Fire Emblem. Ooh, three-way balance. Project Triangle Strategy. Okay, I hope Triangle Strategy gets a different name. Octopath Traveler, it's not bad. Triangle Strategy, not great. But Octopath Traveler is pretty great, so I bet the team's going to do a good job with this. Salt Iron War. It does seem a little weird to me that they make these games HD and they look really, really nice, but they constantly keep the characters like really low detail. It's like, I know you guys can make better quality sprites. You don't because you're calling on like nostalgia, but I think people might like it better if it was a little bit more complex. Excuse me. Most of this seems pretty standard for these kinds of tactics games. It's kind of cool. Get ready for a 50-page guide on how to get all the endings in this game. I've yet to really play a game like this, tactics style game, but I mean, I'm intrigued. Working title. Oh man, that's so weird. It's weird that Nintendo keeps bringing out these games and they're like, we don't know what the game's gonna be called, so we'll just have a descriptor on there. Hey, if you're into this kind of game, get on that survey and demo. They actually took that feedback pretty seriously with Octopath Traveler, so it's a good chance you could actually make some changes. Dang straight. This looks like a Star Wars game. Perhaps a Lego Star Wars game? Nope. Not Lego. Definitely looks like a funnier kind of game though. Those graphics. Oh, that's it. Just Star Wars Hunters. Cool. Don't get to know anything about the gameplay. I can't tell you how much I hate that. Not into those kinds of games whatsoever. Hope it does well, but I don't care. Triple bladed. Oh, that's a little disappointing. I was really hoping for like a mishmash of those different styles in a game. Turns out those things have nothing to do with the game. It's really sad. Because that other stuff looked way cooler. What in the world? It actually looks like it's a ball game with bombs. Seriously, those cut context things are way more interesting than what the actual game looks like, at least for me. Yeah, I was gonna say this looks like it was made by them. They really like to put little kids together in death games. Like, it's weird that they're so fixated on that. What? Okay, this is really interesting. That's such an interesting combination of genres. Oh. If you've ever heard of limited run games, they actually do physical releases of games all the time. This seems like it's going to be different than that. I've only heard good things about this game, so you really like your physical games on Switch. There you go. The art design in that game is pretty dope. Like, those portraits, really nice. Ooh. Ninja Gaiden series. Pretty cool. Yep. This seems like it might be a timed release or a concurrent release that they're just announcing. Because there's been a couple of games that they've announced in their Nintendo Direct stuff where it's like, it looks like an exclusive, but it's not. They're just the ones that announced it's coming out. Be interested to see what kind this is. Ninja Gaiden's pretty cool, so... I'm hoping it's not an exclusive to Switch because I find the Switch to be a bit underpowered. Since I don't take it with me anywhere, I prefer more powerful things. Got some time to get some additional news about it. DLC or a free update? I have this game, but I haven't really gotten into it yet. The opening kind of killed the momentum of it for me, because like it's supposed to be a prequel to it, but the very opening, spoilers, you find out that it's actually like an alternate timeline, so it kind of killed my motivation to play it, because I'm like, I really thought it was going to be a prequel, and now it doesn't seem like it's going to be. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe people played it and it actually is, but I don't know. It's just a little disappointing. Bravely Default 2. That art style is so interesting. Like it worked really well on the DS, but on the Switch, it's like so much clearer that that art style looks really weird. I honestly don't think Ghosts and Goblins is like that great of a game. I think the reason that it's still like relevant is because of how obnoxious it was to play. People decided to like play it to show how cool they are, and now it's just a game that people think is good because of that. Oh, that's interesting. I actually played a Saga game once. Couldn't really get into it. The fact that you have to play it like 8 times to get everything out of it is weird. Whew, baby. That is a fuzzy gameplay. Oh, man. I played maybe 2 rounds of Apex Legends before I was like, yep, I don't like this. They always keep the big bombshells at the end, so could still be some pretty juicy tidbits coming up. Oh. It's a good sign. But there isn't. Suck it. Oh, but I was right. I knew they were going to talk about it. It's actually not true. They could totally show us stuff now. They just don't want to. Oh, what's it going to be? Oracle of Ages? Oracles of Seasons? Oh, nope. Skyward Sword. That's pretty cool. I wonder if they're going to make any adjustments to it, because if they tweaked 1 or 2 things, this game could be, like, significantly improved. Just fight, don't interrupt you all the time. Would be a big improvement. Getting rid of the every time you pick up something, it plays the jingle and makes you look at it. Big improvement. I think we've been anticipating this game coming out, but no one was quite sure if it was actually going to happen. Now here we go. Might be a surprise drop for today too, which would be super cool. Let's see. I got this game the week it came out over Thanksgiving, and I beat it that weekend and haven't played it since. But it's a good game. They better be. They had problems before. What a surprise. I'm gonna mess you up with my shield. Whoa, man. I mean, it's cool to play the game. It's a lot of fun to do that stuff. Oh. That's actually really good. Yeah, that's what I figured. That's going to make this game a lot more accessible for a lot of people, so that's really great. It also might make the game just more fun for a lot of people, so it's pretty dope. Mm-hmm. They say that, but that's not really what the story is about. That's just like a part of the story. Ah, July 16th. No surprise drop today, but that's still pretty exciting. Yep. Yep. Yeah, it's really annoying in both games, though. Be really nice to play those balancing portions without motion controls, that's for sure. Things are annoying. I guess they didn't make any adjustments to the main game because they probably would have hyped that up. A little disappointing. What could it be? What could it be? I see rocks. Hmm. Desolation. Oh. Looks like Splatoon. Yep. Splatoon 3? That or another expansion, but I'm betting it's Splatoon 3. It's weird that she can braid her tentacles. The heck is that? Why'd they make it look so stupid? Oh, man. Is it a side-scrolling game? Maybe a Splatoon spinoff? That specific camera angle looked weird. And these levels don't look like they're expansive. They look like they're linear, so it might be a spin-off. It's interesting because it's kind of marketed as a multiplayer game. So it looked like it was a post-apocalypse, but if they've got running trains and everyone's just kind of chilling on it, that kind of removes that feeling. Also, that looks like a very nice, clean city behind them. Okay. Looks pretty normal here. Looks like that city center that you start the game in for Splatoon 2, though a little bit different. Splatoon 3. Please don't tell me they're just re-releasing Splatoon 1, because that would be so weird. Like, we've got Splatoon 2, and now we're going to re-release Splatoon 1. There's got to be Splatoon 3, right? (2022) Splatoon 3? Splatoon 2.5? I honestly have no idea what's going on here. Okay, so new game. Oh, I see the 3 now. Oh man. Oh, that's such a blank moment. Probably won't. Not huge into Splatoon. Again, you play with other people, it's just not my jam. You're welcome. All right, and that's that. Well, hope you guys enjoyed the Nintendo Direct and my reaction since Weston isn't here. Maybe he was live tweeting and doing stuff. Yeah, so that's it. Kind of said what I wanted to say about those kind of things. We might talk about it again later. Get a little more in depth as to what was exciting, what wasn't so exciting. For me, nothing too huge. The third No More Heroes is pretty exciting. It's pretty cool. That triangle strategy looks really interesting. Hope the name changes because that's not a great name. Yeah. So get rid of that. Yeah. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that. And if you guys want to talk about it or make any comments or whatever, go into our Discord, talk about it on Twitter, do whatever you want, and we'll respond to you. We'll probably talk about it. And don't forget, Weston is going to be back, and we're going to be starting the Kingdom Hearts franchise tonight at 7 p.m. Mountain Time. And we're going to be playing Kingdom Hearts Final Mix on the 1.5 remaster on the PlayStation 4. So it's going to be a good time. And with that, thanks for showing up. We'll see you guys later.